was proud of our guys' effort. I felt like we fought, played tough at times, had our opportunities. Disappointed that we didn't make the plays when we needed to. Give credit to Louisville. They made the plays when they needed to, and so that's where we're at. We're going to continue to fight and get better. I thought we made some improvement in certain areas, and we need to keep on working, keep on grinding.
Mark, was it a little shocking you come out and play that well on defense, and then the thing that you maybe think is going to give you a chance to hang around the offense just can't seem to make a play?
I was proud of the stops. I felt like we had a good plan. I felt like our guys were starting to play more aggressive, and make them earn their yards, and had a few wrinkles here and there, but overall, yeah, I was happy with the effort, and it was disappointing that we had a couple turnovers. We had the ball down there even at the end of the first half. We had our opportunities, and we needed to score. Going into that game, we're going to need to score some points.
What's Max's status?
I'm not sure of Max's status right now. He, got banged up his shoulder. We'll see where it's at.
Just talk about kind of what you guys did with your line, and whether that was a product of just wanting to get Jason Hatcher on the field some more.
We just wanted to mix things up a little bit, get a little bigger, have some different looks, get Jason on the field. I said it all week that they could run the ball when they wanted to, and late in the game they ran it on us. Yeah, it was just a different look, different defense, and gave us a chance. I thought it gave us some stops early.
How tough was that for your defense not to get much rest in between the offenses?
I think it did. I think it did hurt us a little bit. It's always like that. We understand that sometimes it's going to go your way that way, where the offense is going to have long drives and kill some clock, and sometimes it's not. So that obviously didn't work in our favor today.
Do you feel like the first two drives coming out in the second half kind of took a little juice out of your defense?
Definitely, and we know, we talked about that. We knew that they were in there talking about coming out strong in the second half. We were talking about coming out strong in the second half. I thought they moved it on us. They ran it a little bit. We had some mistakes that are correctable. That again, that we just need to keep on working. There were some things that we could do better, and we will.
Coach, how would you evaluate Jalen?
I thought Jalen did some good things again, and obviously made some critical errors. He's not unlike a lot of our players. But when you're the quarterback, that's hard. It's hard to swallow, and he's out there and it's very visible. So he can't afford to make those mistakes, and so we need to get that corrected. But I thought he did some good things. He stepped up, and we had to go with him for a good portion of the game, and he gave us a chance. And I think again we got to play better around him as well.
And Patrick and Reese seemed like we're warming up a little bit.
Yeah.
Any chance of them getting into
the
game?
Well, we were into the next guy. So if he got banged up, we would have had to go to the next guy. So.
What would be the preference there for you? I know you guys would like to redshirt holes. If Max was out, if Whitlow got hurt, what would be your preference?
Yeah, we would have went with Patrick.
Some of the drops by your receivers, was that mostly youthful mistakes and inexperience on a big stage?
Yeah, it was disappointing. I thought those are drive killers. There was some shots in there early, even a screen. I forget who dropped it, but we had a screen that was a big play at a critical time. And the next thing you know, instead of hitting that, you're 3rd and 10. And that's not good against a very good team. So you can't do that. You can't, and that's what we talked about. And Neil's talked about that a lot, and it's so true. Until we start making the routine plays, we're going to have a hard time beating a top 10 team. But had we made routine plays, then we have a chance.
Coach, do you feel like
the way it turned out? So.
Do you feel like you guys did a good job at containing Teddy, making him make some throws on the run?
Thought we did a nice job. He's very hard to contain the whole game, as you know. I mean, that's why he's a Heisman contender. And we did have him. We did have some stops early. You saw it. We did have an opportunity, and we got some pressure. We had some different looks. We had the ball hit us in the chest. So for the quality of player that he is, I thought it was good to get some stops. And then you just got to hang in there. You got to finish.
What are you seeing on third down over 13 today?
Well, just a lot of things. You know, poor decisions, time, not manageable third downs. We were fighting it most of the day, whether it be behind the chains early, and then late in the game, you know, having to score and things like that. You know, so just it's a lot of things that we need to get cleaned up on our third down.
I think you had 6 guys drop 8 passes. And Neil talked about in the spring that being, I think he said epidemic was what he had said, and it had gotten better. Did you see anything? Have you been seeing that in practice? Has it continued to be an issue?
No, it has not been that bad. So we just got to keep on working. I mean, I don't, you know, unless Coach Brown and Coach Morrow can go out there. I mean, you know, we got to keep on working. You know, so I believe in our players. They'll get better, and we got to continue to fight. They can do it. You know, we just again that's something that we've got to do. We've got to make routine plays. We can't. That goes back to your third down question. I mean, you can't drop second down plays and get third and long all the time. I mean, we wouldn't have had so many third downs had we made plays on second down.
What was the impact on Dante not being able to play much?
It hurt, as you can see. You know, we're not as deep as we'd like to be, and you know that's a fact. And you know, but in the second half, they rushed it a little better than they had been. And I didn't see the tape yet, but I'm sure not having Dante is a factor.
How much more time is JoJo going to see after, I mean, kind of
JoJo's got to see some more time. Yeah, he does. He's been good. We've been bringing him along. We've got to continue to bring him along, and he's got to play.
What about Jason Hatcher?
Jason's going to continue to play as well. You know, we love Jason. He's going to be a very good player. He's a young guy, and he's out there, and he went through some growing pains today a little bit too, and he did some very good things, but he did some things that he'll get better at.
Coach, when a team has a quarterback that good, they start to get the run game going, how difficult it become to defend?
Very. You know, we talked about that all week. You know, that you know, that's a big part of it. You can see the big play receivers that they have that can make plays. And so when they get the run game going and then the play action off it is very hard.
Improvement in your defense from week 1 to week 2, week 2 to week 3, is that similar to what you saw at Florida State and other stops, and what's going on?
I thought we made some steps. You know, it's hard, you know, just like I told the team, listen, you know, we're never going to accept losing and all that. I could give that whole same speech and everything else, but the fact is we are getting a little bit better. You know, but, you know, it's hard for me to say that. I mean, when you look at it, you know, it's all said and done. There was probably a bunch of yards in there, but we had a bunch of stops against a very good team. I think we had 5. I think we started maybe with 5 or 6 stops to start the game. That's pretty good against a good team. Now, we've got to continue to fight and get better and finish. You know, build depth and learn how to win and make plays when the game's on the line.
What do you think of Cody Quinn in his first game back?
I thought he did some nice things. Yeah, he made a nice play down there. We left him man-to-man down there at the end against a very quality receiver and made a nice play, you know, on third. And that's the bind you're in sometimes. It's like, hey, let's go. We got to tighten up, play man coverage, and he made the play on third down that gave us a shot. So.
Blue's experience kind of showing in these games. I mean, he's able to make some big plays, and especially on those kickoff returns.
Yeah, he's a big play guy, and again, I think he's getting better and better. You know, he's so new here. He missed all summer. You know, so he's getting better, and he's definitely got the skills that we're looking for.
Mark, how much better do you think you are from the opening game to now, even though you lost today?
I think we're quite a bit better. I do. I think we're better. And if we, you know, the same thing I told them, we continue to do that. Just work. Just go to work. Just get better. You know, next week is a bye week. You know, we'll watch the film, clean things up on Monday. We'll practice hard Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to get better. They'll be off for the weekend to kind of heal up. That'll be our only long break they'll have. And we got to get better. Next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got to get better. And I believe they will. And we're going to continue to make strides and move in the right direction.
Coach, do you feel that this bye week comes at the right time, knowing that you've got, you know, Alabama, Florida, and South Carolina all in the next 3 weeks after that? Is this the right time for a bye week?
Yes, I guess so. You know, we're a little banged up, but I think most teams in the country are. It'd be nice to be at full strength during that stretch.
Got time for a couple more.
Mark, you take some level of encouragement from the fact that it seemed like a lot went wrong in offense. It seemed like your guys were not backing down, sort of intimidated by this team coming in here, the way they started that game and went kind of toe-to-toe for most of the half.
Sure. I mean, I may get knocked for saying that, but yeah, I think it's fair to say. Honestly, yeah, I think we're getting better. I do. we've got a ways to go, we're gonna continue to fight it, you know. That's what I told them, is, you know, we're gonna hit the reality of this situation head on, and that's what it is. We need to learn how to make plays when the game's on the line. We need to learn how to make stops. I don't care how many stops you need to make, you gotta make them, you learn to catch, you know, secure the football, all the things necessary to play good football. We're gonna continue to work at it, and I'm not discouraged, you know, obviously disappointed with the loss, but I'm not discouraged with these players and their attitude and their work ethic. We just gotta keep on getting better.
Mark, you talked about the turnovers in the half on that. Was that supposed to go to Rain? Was Max supposed to pull that ball out? What was supposed to be going on?
I couldn't even tell you, to be totally honest with you. I didn't see it or listen to it. That was.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right.
Appreciate it.